Hey folks, welcome back to the TractorFella channel, where we know nothing about tractors. On today's episode, we're going to handle a small engine slash small machine conundrum. That one I was using and it died, and I couldn't get it to restart. So I got this one out because who doesn't have two weed whips, right? Yeah, that's totally normal. I was using this one, and then the end stopped releasing string when I was beating on it, and I can't get the end of it off anymore, so that's cool. This one needs to go in storage for the winter, and this one was given to me by someone near and dear to me, but I will keep them anonymous so I don't embarrass them. It was purchased, used for a few moments, and then immediately run over by a tractor. So there's a slight hitch here with the handle. The chain brake for anti-kickback also broke off. But the rest of it works just fine. It was demonstrated to me when it was given to me. So I have parts for it, and we're going to see if we can get it back into tip-top shape. Okay, let's start our way from easy to difficult. This simply needs to be winterized. Feel free to skip ahead if you're already bored, because I would not be surprised. Honda has nice instructions on how to winterize these. They're very easy to winterize. First, remove the outer cover. Next, there's a screw here. Undo the screw and fuel will drain out the bottom, out of the carburetor, so your bowl doesn't turn into a crusty cluster. I made the mistake of not doing this once, and our local small engine store wanted somewhere in the realm of $350 to service the carburetor, so that was really a good investment. I may have already run this out of gas. I cannot remember. And go. Oh, no, there's fuel coming out. I hope that's large enough. I didn't consider... Okay, wow, we got got kind of lucky on that one. Okay, close your screw back up. Carburetor drain is secured. Air filter inspection. Man, we're off to a thrilling start today. I am thoroughly excited. What do you know? It's an air filter and it's clean. Step 2 is done. Okay, replace the outer cover. You guys ever hear these run? They are nice and quiet machines. Okay, how much can Aaron spill this episode? Place your bets. This was not a smart choice. Holy cow, look at that. Not a drop, even with my ultra wiggly fingers. Okay, there's a drop. Dang it. Sure, I threw up my jinxed logo immediately. Okay, next. Pop this cover off. This is where the spark plug resides. Honda recommends adding 5 milliliters or approximately 1 teaspoon of engine oil to the crankcase if you're going to store it for over a year. I don't know when we're going to use this again, so I'm going to do it anyway. And I cannot find my regular spark plug socket, so we're going to use the swivel today. Ouch! I guess a good plug inspection isn't a bad idea either. Nah, I mean, 4 hours later, here we are. Looks pretty healthy. What's that shininess next to my ultra long thumbnail? I might have just brushed it on the threads on the way out. Otherwise, it looks like a nice healthy plug to me. As some of you know, I pretty much use 1540 for just about anything. So we're just gonna put that in the plug hole, prime it, and squeeze. There, that's probably more like 7.5 milliliters, but should be adequate for our use. Also says now, rotate the engine over a few times. Get that oil all over the place. Put the plug back in. And then it says, after the spark plug contacts the case, rotate it 1/8 of a turn. Do not over tighten the spark plug. Contact and 1/8. Oh, this still has the rubber boot on it. Hey, it came out. I have the hardest time with those boots staying on the dang porcelain. And then you can never get it off of the porcelain. Now it also says, for whatever reason, pull it until it gets tight. It's tight. And store it. I guess they want it on the compression stroke for whatever reason. I'm guessing that's to keep the intake and the exhaust valves closed. That'd be my guess. Cover. Replace. I'm not going to worry about draining the fuel. There's rec fuel in there, so we don't have to worry about ethanol crusting and causing issues. All right, and for the next one, I want to check out the Stihl. First, we have to verify the customer concern. Plenty of gas, almost full. Primer. There we go. There's a good bite. The on-off switch on this thing does not work. Maybe it suddenly decided to work. Or maybe it's stuck in the I will not work mode. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. We'll save that one for another day. Customer concern cannot be verified. I guess we'll have to use it and see if it decides to fault out for whatever reason. All right, let's look at the head on this thing. It smells like two-stroke in here. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Will it come out? Well, that's weird. I couldn't get it to come out earlier. This episode's going to be really, really unexciting. Maybe I had them misplaced? Let's just put the little guys back in here. Maybe I didn't have them opposite each other. Yep. Yep. Okay, well. And now it's perfectly fine. Okay, well. Problem number 2, solved. And we're back for another non-agoraphobic day today. First thing is first. You know what's going to happen? I just broke one of my Torx bits, and it's probably going to be the one I need, because that's the kind of luck I have. Anyway, first item on the shopping list of reparations is going to be the handle, which we have. Looks familiar, does it not? It does. Okay, yep. Torx time, BRB. Alright, after much trial and error, T15, too small. T25, too big. Turns out you go to your random screwdriver bit kit that you have laying around in your toolbox, and it happens to have a T20 inside. How exciting is that? Beautiful. So it's been a while again, folks. I apologize. Wish I could get out here more. Wish I could record more. Just not happening. Had to winterize the boat. Did it myself this year with a friend who taught me how. Got the 350 Mer Cruiser ready to go for the winter. There's part of our handle. Had to winterize our super classy silver strip trailer out there. Oh, let me guess. It's too short. It is. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Success. Anyway, long story short, busy. The classic YouTuber response. Although I am in no way, shape, or form an actual YouTuber. Now we're too short. Oh, dang it. Let's see here. It's always the last one, isn't it? Well, what do you know? You go find your other cluster of random screwdriver bit tips, and you just happen to find a T20 in there that's longer than the other T20 from the random screwdriver bit kit. Yes, Titan, I know. You have a leaf on the ground between my feet. Go ahead. Take it. Thank you. We are in business. Oh, man. What a great day. Get out. It's out. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new. I wonder if I should leave this off for now. In fact, we are going to leave it off for now until we figure out how to do the chain brake arm. I'm guessing it's going to be screw there, potentially here. Do we have to split the whole case apart? Because that would be something else. Oh my goodness, I think we do have to split the whole case apart. Okay. Well, let's not lose our screws for a replacement handle. Let's get rid of these tools. Tighten, bud. You put the leaf directly on my toe. That is what he's trying to get me to play fetch with. Do you see? Ridiculous. Here you go. So I think we're just going to do full-on centrifugal governor weights out to the wall and remove all of the screws on this side of the case. Here we go. You guys think they pulled that annoying move where they... Oh, you know what? I can feel it right under there. That's adorable. Why manufacturers do that, I don't know. Unless it's supposed to be anti-warranty falsities claim stuff. Oh good, I grabbed this knife and yeah, that one's gonna help me get that sticker off of there. Round 2. Ah, school bus day. There it is. We'll light it up for you with a little crack of sun there. We'll save this. Stick it back on there with some M30, whatever, M8, what is that company? 3M. That's the company. My goodness. My goodness. What now? Holy smokes. Oh, wow. It's massive John Deere Combine Day. Cool. It's not something I get to see every day. But it just made me happy. Yep. Okay, folks. Let's see what we can destroy. Okay, here we go. Let's separate. We'll do the remove and pray. I think we need to pop off this oil cap here. If I was a betting man, which I'm definitely not a betting man. I have the worst luck at casinos, pretty much of any person in the history of persons. I'll tell you a story when I'm done with this, because you all just love stories. Okay, so the trigger obviously is going to want to fall out. There's probably a spring in there. Oh my gosh. It's oversized dump truck day as well. We have all the days going on today. I push the trigger down, hoping that it will retain its spring and not come flying out at me, and then I'll never get it back together again. Okay. Okay, cross those fingers, folks. We're going to put the oil cap back on the other side. Oh my goodness, look at that. There's the spring. We retained it. What a great day. And in fact, all of these screws, as long as I don't turn this upside down, we're also in good shape, because they're all going to stay in their homes. Okay, let's look at this baby a little closer. Oil tank. Okay, this is what my dog is trying to get me to throw for him. And I'm not joking when I say this is a piece of straw from a straw broom. The effort that you put in to playing fetch, Titan, Mr. Ear and a Half. Easy. Easy? That was not easy at all. We need to work on that some more, apparently. You're getting snippy in your 9-year-old age. Anyway, here we are. Look at this lovely piece of art. Oh, geez, they put a fuse in there? And there's a fuse here. I should probably watch what I'm touching. I don't know what kind of capacitance this device has, like those giant ones there. I think those are capacitors. Anyway, talking to myself. Spring loaded for the battery. There's our trigger assembly, our interlock, so we can't turn it on without pushing this green button. There's our actual on-off switch. Oil tank, drive system. Okay, well that's all I really care to see. Let's work on getting our anti-kickback out of there. It looks like this little guy can be moved out of the way. Oh, look at that, and it's electronic stop. That would make the most sense, right? Duh. Oh, and this is not actually a hose. It's just connected right there at that pivot point with like a rubber grommet, if you want to call it. Okay, so you pull it to reset it. Is it reset already? This is going to snap and hurt me. I'm not sure. What I can tell you is that there is a pretty significant spring underneath there, and I'm concerned that when I pull this out, it's going to explode and lacerate my phalanges. So, let us look at the replacement one. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. Let's see. You would rock it this way to reset it, I would think. And then your chain kicks back and your fist goes like this and it goes ting and pops the switch. Now it looks to me like we might get lucky. I don't know. What do you think? You think a spring goes in, wraps around, and notches right there? I'd like to release the tension on it because I feel like it's under tension right now. Maybe it's not. Okay, there we go. All right. So that would be the, now this feels much less angry, which it is. Stop activated switch. Although Titan, I swear, my friend. If I had to guess, this is what they would call a normally closed, no. Normally closed switch. Yes, it is normally closed. If you happen to, no, that's not right. Anyway, either way, it electronically stops. So this is the run position. Release it, that is the do not run position. I find it interesting it's purely electronic and not, oh no, it's not purely electronic. Check this out. I could spin it before. Oh, it is mechanical as well. I am a smart guy. This metal bar down here appears to have engaged something that is preventing it from moving. So that's cool. It's a mechanical and electronic stop. So I just inadvertently pulled that out because I'm getting ahead of myself. But we're just going to go ahead and set these in the same position. Look at them. Move this over here. Spring goes inside the notch there. Wraps around. Tucks inside. There we go. Okay. And then there's a little obtruding, there's a little sticky outie right here, and the wire of the spring goes on my side of the sticky outie for ultra technical terms here. There we go. It's over there. We'll push that guy down and it's installed. Bam! Bob is officially our uncle. How cool is that? Whoop! And boom, now we're ready to roll. We have released. Uh-oh, kickback. And we're locked. Okay, sweet. Mechanical and electrical quick stop. That's what Stihl advertises too, but I don't really know how that works. Maybe it interrupts the spark? I don't know. But the engine will keep running even if it's quick stopped. All right, enough jabbering. Okay, let's get our cover and get this baby back together and ready for service. Whoop, getting ahead of myself. How surprising is that? That never happens. Feed this guy up through here. There we are. I think we're ready for reassembly. Kind of want to test the waters, make sure things squeeze together without force. I had a class, it's called shop floor, when I was in school. Shop floor was where people could bring their vehicles and get them work done and not have to pay labor. Because it was all of us dumb college kids trying to learn how to wrench on cars. Anyway, long story short, Ford Taurus came in, needed the transmission pulled out. I don't know why, I don't remember. It was another group of guys that was working on it. Anyway, they go to put it back together, and they thought it was all lined up, but the case wouldn't squeeze together very well. And they decided to go ahead and just run those bolts home anyway, and it cracked the transmission severely. The hazards of going to shop floor to have your car worked on. We're going to put some... We're going to make that nice and weak. And go. Do the double check with the hand. We'll start in the middle this time, because that was not very tight with the drill. Okay. Very cool. Trigger check. Good. Anti-kickback. Good. Good. Let's see if we get some motion in this green ocean. Should be inhibited right now. Nope, should be inhibited right now. Nay. And I did not know that this was a variable speed machine. That makes me incredibly happy. Ooh, it talks. And we're back for another monumental day. Used engine oil, contains gear lube. Gross. I drained the gear lube out of the C-Ray, and it came out like a milkshake. Really excited about that. I'm sure that'll be a nice bill. Hey, check this out. A little difference in in shape. Felt so bad for the kind soul that accidentally ran this over. I believe this is a fairly easy system to mount the chain and the bar. So this is the tensioner, which is totally sweet. this is how you, I believe, yeah, unthread, just like he showed me. Wow, so clean. All right, here's the chain. Okay, so can we undo this and all of the tangles associated with it? This is where I always get confused. Oh, wait, there it is. All right. Okay, teeth. Teeth point the direction of the top of the bar. Interesting. I'm going to have to ask. See that little guy right there? Looks like a grease hole to me. I know we're not in focus. We're in wide view right now. That looks like a grease port. And I can tell you that there is grease in there because it's white. So I'm curious if this is not like an oil-o-matic that you would see on a Stihl, and if it needs occasional maintenance. Or maybe that's just how they send them from the factory, so that they're sort of pre-primed and ready to go. Oh, again? Come on, work with me here. There we go. There we go. And then this is your tensioner, which is pretty dang sweet. And once we're slightly snug, make sure we're released, which we are. Now we can potentially set our tension. I'd like to rotate it a little bit, just so we know it's in all of its... There we go. Okay. Pretty loose. Let's tighten this baby up. I think that's pretty good. Pull in an upward motion. Tighten this baby down. Oh, you know what? What would be helpful is if I put the top handlebar on. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. Probably should have waited to tighten that side down, but that's okay. We're going to do this anyway. Look at those rhymes I'm pulling off today. Okay. Now, Bob is officially our uncle. Let's throw a battery at this. Here's our battery. Chain sauce is acquired. I was told that this leaks fairly significantly, and to drain it out when not using it. I think every saw I own leaks when they're not in use, even though they really shouldn't, but whatever. I'm not picky, especially in this instance. And go. Ooh, that sounds gnarly. So super low speed doesn't exist. I'm not really surprised. Don't really care. Woo! We are getting oil. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting oil. Sweet. Now when it stops raining felines and hounds, we can go give it a test outside. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Here we go. Hopefully that's indestructible enough for you. Hercules. There you go. Does it fit? You bite it? Someone shoot. There you go. What is that? What is that? What is it? Here, Herky. He wants that one. You can have this one. Here you go. Play. It's a toy, you goofball, not food. Play with it. No? You guys like my winter pajama pants? Oh boy. My winter pajama pants. Here, Herc. No? What is that, Titan? Fetch it up. Is that your piggy? Hmm? Is that your piggy? Try not to chew it up in 5 minutes, huh? That's exactly what you're gonna do. Hmm? You gonna chew it up? Don't chew it up. Fetch it up. Hey folks. Welcome back to the TractorFella channel, where we have slight issues with ball joints. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's healthy. You know there's a problem when your vehicle jerks to the right and the left when you're going down a road that has a crown, and you go over the crown a little bit and your direction changes abruptly. So, on today's episode, we're going to take this gorgeous hunk of rust and we're going to swap out the upper control arm, because apparently the ball joint is integrated into the control arm. We have parts, we have will, and a very small amount of power. Step 1, raise and support vehicle. Always remember to use your stop sign so that your jack stands don't sink into your asphalt. Step 2, remove the wheel cover. Step 2, complete. Step 3, remove nuts. 7/8 I do believe, and we are correct. NASCAR speed round, and go. Definitely no editing there. I don't know, I've lost count. Remove wheel. Watch for dog business. Oh yeah, there's definitely some on here. Love it, just love it. Oh good, I got it on the ground. Okay. Yep. Rack and pinion, not healthy. Likes to release fluid onto the ground, marking its territory. Step 5-ish, remove dirt and debris. Can't tell we went through the car wash today, can you? Yep, me either. I just did brakes on this thing. Driver side caliper, both pads looked great. Passenger side caliper, one pad had broken away from its mounting plate and it was metal to metal. I was talking to a friend at work. We both have a theory that passenger side always takes the brunt because that's where all the nasty slush, dirt, and debris resides when you're driving down the road. Funny story, same exact failure on this vehicle and the Yukon over there. Both had a pad where the pad broke away from the mounting plate. Pretty awesome. Okay, step 6, blaster. Blastation station is set up and ready to go. Putting some on the upper control arm nuts as well. Even though the vehicle constantly tells me that the suspension system needs to be serviced, we need to pop off this little arm. This little arm right here tells this little sensor where the suspension is in the travel and is supposed to adjust for, well, I don't know, extra weight, less weight, all the weight. There we go. Whoop. Boo, whoop, boo. And we're going to disconnect our speed sensor cable here with the largest screwdriver that I could possibly get. There we go. Good. Now it tells me to remove the nuts on the strut assembly from the strut tower, but I question if that's really necessary. Alright, so I'm going to start with, it told me to take off the tie rod. Do you really think I need to take the tie rod off? You know what, maybe we'll do it just for good measure. Let's see, I think it's an 18. It's not an 18 at all. Hopefully it's a 19 because I grabbed, it's not a 19, it's going to be a 20. Constantly forget that my wife bought me this for my knees because, you know, old. Nope, not a 20. 21 perhaps? Oh yeah, there we go. Ugh. Also known as 13/16. Get the lazy stick out. And there we go. Okay, phase 2. Brass hammer. Brass should deform. This part should not. Should not. Okay. There we are. Let's work on the upper ball joint nut. Let's see if it's a 19. Oh, it is. That might be an 18. Oh, the frickin' hot tub was on. That's going to be great for the audio. Okay, fingers crossed. The ball joint is not spinning. We're just going to go step by step and day by day. I'll see you in 20 minutes okay. All right, so the odds of that ball joint separating from the knuckle are probably pretty slim. Let's see if I lower the jack, if it decides to separate. Oh my gosh, it is. Sort of. Good news is I have a pickle fork, so let's go pickle this beast. If you haven't seen Benny the Jet Rodriguez pickle the beast, I suggest you watch The Sandlot. Here we go. Okay, well, it went in there. Well, we're getting there, I think. I hope. If not, we're gonna have some serious problems. Woo! That's what I like to see. I have a feeling this needs to come off here too. Oh boy, I hope the new one came with that suspension sensor ball. This could get interesting if it didn't. Let's take a look. Okay, so the new one does not have the ball on it. Good news, the old one, this bracket right here, boop, this bracket right here that holds on the speed cable also is connected to that little ball. So we're in good shape there. Okay, so we're gonna use a 10 mil, who knew? Everybody's best friend. And we're gonna hope, oh yeah, what a great day. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna make sure we're not gonna clean this at all when we put it back on the vehicle, because that would be responsible and intelligent. I'm gonna laugh if the new control arm does not have a threaded hole in it, because that would be my luck. Good news, it does. We are in good shape. All right, save that bolt for later. So far, we're doing okay. Hopefully it stays that way. I'm gonna go ahead and lower this jack, see if we can separate that ball joint. I think we're getting close to the end of our travel here. See if we can move this out of the way. That's why they want you to disconnect the strut, so that the lower control arm can travel far enough down to separate this. But we're going to do it the somewhat easier way, get a pry bar, and by pry bar I mean the jack handle for our jack. And we're going to let that all fall out. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Next challenge, we need to get that nut off of there. So let me show you something. So part of an alignment, there's a cam right here. And that cam has an indexing pin on it, and you want that cam basically in the same spot so that the alignment is where it was on both sides before you pulled it apart. So we're going to clean that up. I'm going to get a paint pen because there's one on the inside and there's one on the outside on both sides of the control arm. Now the question is, why do we want to keep these cams where they are? Well, let me tell you. You want to keep them where they are because it moves the control arm out and in, out and in. So you can not only adjust the camber. What is camber? What is caster? I'll give you a 2-second, well, okay, maybe a 2-minute intro if you don't know. If you do know, skip ahead. I'm sure you're already bored. Camber. The tire moves away from or closer to the camshaft. That is the camber. Caster is how the wheel moves forward or back compared to the frame of the vehicle. So keeping these cams, camber, not really related, but keeping these cams in their original position should give us roughly a good alignment when we put on this new upper control arm. Obviously, I'm going to take this to a Bell tire or perhaps a discount tire and have them do an alignment and make sure that everything is exactly where it should be. I have these paint marked. Hopefully we can get them close to where they were originally. And I'm also hoping that 21 is too small. Oh boy, we got to get bigger. Turns out 7/8 is our lucky number. I'm hoping that the, oh no, I need a long socket. Dang it. Anyway, I'm hoping that 7/8, long story not so long, that was strange. 7/8, long story not so, whatever. I'm hoping that the bolt head doesn't move. Oh, it's not moving. Good. Okay, we're moving. What a great day. Oh, there it goes. That little cam is moving. So this will be a bit of a challenge, probably because I'm going to have to use a wrench on the inside with a size that I don't have to get my setting back to where it's supposed to be. Now, what a lot of people don't tell you is don't tighten these until the suspension is loaded. And the reason being is you have these tow elastic bushings. If you tighten these bushings when they're unloaded and then the vehicle is loaded, you're essentially preloading these bushings too much and they're not going to function the way they're supposed to. I'm also wondering how the heck I'm going to get those out without removing the strut. I think we're going to have to remove the strut, which looks extraordinarily... What the heck is that? Oh, dude. I think that's the AC line to the rear. That would explain a lot, like why when you ask for AC to the rear of the vehicle, it comes out at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, that's for another day. Okay, so I can keep this guy away. Pickle fork. Oh, here we go. What a lovely tone. Was that a B sharp? Perhaps a B flat? I don't know. If I'm not careful, I'm gonna be flat. Let's get this off of here. Okay. There's a flat on this bolt that indexes to that cam. There's my paint mark. We're in trouble, and this bolt's not gonna come out without me taking the strut off. Bummer. You know what? Let's make a little progress and at least get this one out. There we go. Okay, cam on the outer side. Oh, if only that coil spring were just a little bit different. There we go. Paint mark on the inside. Up at the top, we have a bolt hiding back there, or a nut. And that looks super healthy. And another nut. And another nut. So I'm gonna find the right size and we're gonna go to town. And by town, I mean we're gonna go to work. Hey, good news. I can access those bolts from up here. I'm gonna get about 6 to 8 feet worth of extension, and we're gonna go ahead and loosen them from the top. All right. You can't see, I can barely see, but let's do this. I've got to keep that positive attitude, right? Yeah. Sometimes I have a hard time keeping a positive attitude. Just ask my wife, she knows. Oh boy, that's getting stiff. Gotta feed it right to the... Oh! Yeah, that AC line is 100% disconnected from the rest of the system. I don't know how any of it is working. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and keep on keeping on. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, things are loose. And I really don't want to take off the bottom part of that strut, so... We are out. Now, how do we get it out? Oh, come on, work with me here. I don't want to pull the whole strut out. There's a sensor on top of it for part of the air pressure system, and I don't feel like breaking stuff. Oh, what do you know? Low battery. I'll see you when I get this dang thing out. Hey, what do you know? It's out. Oh my gosh. Let's live in the salt belt hardware that we deal with like this, because it's fun. To all my salt belt technicians out there, oh, I salute you. Come on, baby. There we go. I just have a faint paint mark right there. Camera's dying, so we're gonna have to fix that too. Okay, new light on the situation. Let's see how easy this comes out. Yep, kind of thought it would be this easy. Oh, yes. Not so bad, actually. This thing is floppier than, well, I can't say it on YouTube. Cleanup time. Good thing I have this. This is a grill brush, and that doesn't need to be on there anymore. It really doesn't. There we go. Now, standard wire brush. Oh yeah, live on a dirt road. It's a great place to be. No idea what this is, but we're gonna clean it anyway. Oh yeah, good as new. I'm pretty sure that's salt buildup from, I don't know, the last however many years. All right, here we are. Looks beautiful. A couple of tags in here. Avoid bushing damage. Do not fully tighten bushing bolts until the suspension is at right height. Did I not just mention that to you guys? I certainly did. At least they're rooting for us too. Here's a piece of paper. Looks like you could roll something in that, but honestly, I don't do that type of thing. We have a new nut for our tie rod end because they say to replace it. And here we are. What a beautiful specimen. This will be rusted in about 6.75 hours. Also, I would like to say, oh no, are you serious? I gotta wedge this in here? Of course I do. Okay, come on, baby. Just got a haircut. So for those of you that shop for your own auto parts, I highly recommend purchasing online and picking up in store. The reason I say that is because traffic. The reason I say that is because you can get extreme discounts online. And when I say extreme, it's not really extreme, but you can get 20% off on orders over $100. You can get 15% off on orders over $50. If you go online, you order your parts, and then there's always a little code at the very top for Advanced Auto, AutoZone, O'Reilly. Enter those codes when you check out and you will get awesome discounts. If you go in store and you buy your parts, you don't get those discounts. So I have been wholeheartedly buying parts online. Anyway, let's keep on keeping on. Okay, so we're gonna start with the easy side because I'm that guy. I know you can't really see, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to do. And beat on it. I can see part of the hole. Oh yeah, we made it. Holy smokes. And this guy is gonna go right. Oh, no, careful. Come on, little guy, get on there. It is on there. Oh yeah, we're drawing it in now. Okay, we're gonna leave that loose-ish so that that bushing can still rotate. See how the bushing still moves? Yep, we don't want the bushing to be locked into place until we are at right height. Let's see, well, first of all, we're not even close to the right spot. We're gonna have to get out our hammer, do some tap, tap, taparoo. Also closer and warmer. That's it.
Found the top hat.
Yay!
I guess.
Yes. Oh yeah, we are so in business. Man, what a great day. So we have what's called Hillbilly Loctite, which is a slight amount of rust. Okay, we're gonna leave it loose. Good, bushings can still move. Oh, geez, you guys. I am feeling good about this. Now we gotta take this floppy McFlops. Ugh. Oh, you know what? We're gonna clean that up because it looks horrible. Grill brush engaged. Don't feel bad about this. I already have codes for wheel speed sensor issues. How surprising. Oh yeah. Oh man. Tie rod. You're gonna go in there. That's not for the, this isn't for the tie rod. This is for the ball joint. We decided to do a little night kayaking, which I know sounds kind of weird, but yeah, it's fun. There's so much light pollution around here that we didn't really have to worry about finding our way back to shore. Okay, and we're back. The kayaking trip was a success. So here we are, tie rod. Yeah, that baby leaks. Definitely need a new rack. Oh, doggies, hi. We're gonna target to 50 foot-pounds. There we go. Perfect. I think we should probably put the strut back into place. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. Our strut is back in place. 1, 2, 3 nuts. I put the harness back on there where it was. So we're gonna go ahead and keep tightening everything down. Okay, ball joint nut, 18 millimeter, one turn at a time. I will see you guys in about 12 minutes. Okay, thought I was doing well. Nope, turns out I was just rotating the ball joint. So we're gonna pump up the jack and do some preload. Hopefully that'll put some pressure on this and then we can tighten it down where we need to. Let's go ahead and push that baby up. Now that the bottom is pushed up, hopefully we are actually tightening. Oh, we are. What a great day. Okay, good. All right, awesome. Ball joint is tight. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this guy here and we're gonna go ahead and tighten 7/8 on the outside, 21 on the inside. We're gonna get close. We are tight on both sides. We're gonna go ahead and preload the suspension. Pump it up. Yeah. Kind of like to where it would be with ride height. And in fact, we are now lifted in the air, which means we are at ride height. Oh my gosh, there is so much traffic. Okay, now we're basically at ride height, and we're gonna take the outer side and we're gonna tighten that SO lever right down to where it should be. Beautiful. I am bleeding, and I'm not sure why. My instructor in college said, "Thank you, Titan." Okay, anyway, yellow dots are lined up where they're supposed to be. We're going to tighten this beast down to 50 foot-pounds. 50. Oh, that was it right there. Did you hear the click? That was an elbow pop. I have a calibrated elbow. It's perfect. We're going to take our bracket. We're going to put it right back where it's supposed to go. Super clean. Super ready. Okay. We are tight. Let's put this guy in here. Whoop. And squeeze. Beautiful. Ugh. Stop bleeding. It's annoying. And we're back on the jack stands. Easy. Easy. Okay, we are attached here. We are attached here. We are tight here. Tie rod. We're tight on both sides of the control arm. Now, I'm going to double check everything off screen, and then we're going to put the wheel on. And we're going to go soft. Bertha is going to take us to 1 instead of 3. And here we go. All right. I think we are finally done. Merry Christmas plus a day, and a soon-to-be Happy New Year. It is a lovely day in the neighborhood. We are under a rain ice advisory right now. When the trees get loaded down with ice, what do you know? They tend to take out the power. And what did we find out on one of our more recent episodes? That the generator's control panel is faulty. Yay. So, let's go save the day. Take off the front panel, install the battery, jump the starter, and see if we can make some electrons happen. I've taken the front panel off this thing so many times, I already remember what size we need. You're not going to be able to see. Oh, you know what? Magic. You're not. Actually, now you're going to help me see because there's no lights in this place. 8 mil. This guy. And we're going to need our jumper wire, which will come from my multimeter. Yep, that was the best way to unravel that. Oh, perfection. Get out of there. Thank you. A clampy end. And we'll need a touchy end. Next. Oh, good. The rain has picked up. Hopefully that's charged. All right, for the sake of not getting you guys soaking wet, I'm going to carry the big old battery over there and our supplies, and then we'll get to work. Okay, that took longer than I'd hoped. Somebody wrapped the hot side with about 4 feet of electrical wire to keep the charging system from shorting out on accident. Okay, we have blinking lights. I already tried the manual command. It just buzzes like it did on the other episode. Well, this is rather comical. I have jumper cables going to a battery that's supposed to be charged but is not charged. And I also decided to make the same mistake I did in the first video and touch the power to win pin 15 instead of pin 16 because they do look nearly... Okay, it's gonna crank. So, plan. We're gonna take this guy off of here. We're gonna plug this guy into here. That was my buddy. I think he's coming back. He is coming back. All right, I said hi. Here we go. We're gonna try again. We have pin 16 jumped down here. We are going to hit the manual button and also apply 12 volts to this wet wire, which is probably super... Come on. Hasn't been started in a long time. And it always takes forever for whatever reason. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. Break time. Hey, but that was good. We got a pop. I smell some natural gas. Also good. Holy cow, my fingers are done. Those gloves are also done. Manual, and go. And go. And go. Yes! Oh yeah. There we go. All right, folks. Have a great day. Man, I don't know if I've ever seen snowflakes this big. Come on, let me catch one. They're huge. And they're not flakes. They're obviously, I guess you could call them clusters of flakes. But dang, man. Excuse me, I am sick. They're just coming down out there. How beautiful. Anyway, I think we're going to conclude it there. It's not the best episode, not the most exciting content, but we have a few small machines we're going to get into. Power washer, 2 mowers, some other things. Should be fun. Hopefully sooner than later. But hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. And we'll see you again right here on the TractorFella channel. How lovely. All right, we'll see you soon.